testicles. That got your attention, huh? Actually, today we're going to talk about avocados, but this is why I said testicles, because the avocado was originally called the AHUCATI, which translates to testicles. And I suspect that is because of their appearance when they grow in pairs. Anyway, I'll leave that right now. But the avocado, so popular. I mean, I think we eat £7 a year on average as Americans, or English. I'm sure the English don't eat £7 a year. Anyway, there's evidence of the avocado from 10,000 years ago, and that was in central Mexico where they were wild. About 5,000 years ago, it was the mesoamerican tribes like the incas and the mayans that actually started to domesticate the avocado tree. The history of the avocado in the 16th century, it was the Spanish explorers that actually were the first Europeans to taste an avocado, and they named it the AHUCATI, which I don't think translates to testicles at all. So that was definitely an improvement. Who named it the avocado? It was an Irish guy called Dr Hans Sloane. Hans, not Hass. We're getting on to Hass. Anyway, he named the avocado in about 1696, something like that. However, how did it get to America? It was a guy called Henry Perrine, or Perrine, I'm not really sure how you say that first planted the avocado trees in Florida in 1830s, although they didn't really become really popular until and I'm sure that has something to do with transportation, until the 1950s. Now, like I said, the average American eats £7 of avocado a year, which I was surprised at that. I thought it would be a lot more, considering how much cheese was it? It was something much like £12. But that's a lot more than it was like 30 years ago. So like in 1990, the average American ate £1 of avocado, and now we're up to £7 of avocado a year. Gosh, I don't know. I would say, I'd like to probably eat £7 a month. Never been average. There are over 400 types of avocado, but 95% of the ones found in America and 80% of the ones found worldwide are actually Hass avocados, Hass. Now that, when I read that surprised me, because I feel like I see a lot of other varieties, and I feel like I buy a lot of other varieties, but I'm just repeating what I read. So they say 95% of the avocados in America are Hass. You know if they are Hass because they look completely different. They are that dark purplish color, they're knobbly, they have thicker skin, and they are, I guess the taste is, they say, a lot richer and a lot nuttier. Actually, I prefer some of the other types, but that's me. So the avocado reached, let's talk about California. It got to California because that's a big producer, right? In the mid-19th century, and it was a Riverside in California, a Riverside postman called Rudolph Hass that actually created the Hass avocado, and that was in 1926. So what he did is he bought some avocado seeds and he wanted to grow them at home. Now, he tried to graft these avocados. So grafting is, I'm going to say this correctly, grafting is where you connect the branch of an avocado with the root stock of a different tree, which eventually, creates a whole new tree. I'm probably not saying that right. But anyway, he tried this grafting process many times and nothing happened. He was a little bit frustrated and he thought he'd just dig the tree out, but he left it alone and forgot about it. Anyway, a little bit later, his kids come along and they're like, whoa, look at this, look at the fruits of that tree that you gave up on. And it was the Hass avocado. And the kids way preferred the taste. Like I say, it's kind of richer, oilier, like a nuttier flavor, I guess. And so the Hass avocado was born. So again, the Hass avocado is that dark purpley color, which doesn't usually work well for fruits, right? You don't usually want to get a purpley apple or a bruised banana, but with avocado it actually works because it doesn't show the defect and it's got a thicker skin, so for transportation it works well. And the Hass avocado actually has a longer harvesting season, so that's a huge plus. So I'd love to say that Hass is a rags to riches story, but it isn't, because although he tried to patent the avocado in 1935, I believe it was, that didn't go too well. Because, I mean, could you even patent a plant these days? But it wasn't really effective because the growers simply purchased the Hass variety and grafted it with other trees, which is what he was trying to do in the first place, right? So that didn't go down too well. And I think it was Hass's son said in an interview for the LA Times, he said that his dad made about $4,800 over the term of that patent. So he got the fame, but he didn't get the glory. What else to know about avocados? Well, avocados they actually switch genders throughout the day. That's pretty interesting, right? So you've got class A, type A and type B avocados. Now type A actually open as female in the morning, and by the afternoon they are male, and that is Hass are actually a type A. And type B are male in the morning and they're female by the afternoon. It's part of the whole self-pollination process. What else do you want to know about avocados? They're really good for you. Eat more of them. Just eat lots of them. That's a whole other video. What they all have in common is they can be super annoying if they're not ripe. So if you look at an avocado and it's bright green and hard, obviously it's not ripe. And that's gonna leave it alone for like 4 to 7 days and it'll be great. But there's nothing worse when you buy that avocado to make that salad for dinner and it's not good. If it's very dark, well, the dark with those flecks of green, they're actually pretty good. But what I wanted to share with you, and I have an avocado here, is this little knobby bit here, the stem, right? If you pull the stem off and it's bright green, which this one is not, but if that was bright green, that would tell me right there that it's not ripe. Now, if you take it off, I'd say this one is pretty good. It's not totally brown, but so I'd say this one actually is ripe. It's quite soft. But if you can't pull this stem off, also, it's not there yet. But if you pull this thing up and it's like a dark brown color, then it's not gonna be good. You're gonna cut it open and it's gonna be frustrating because you can't use it at all. That's the avocado, the history of the avocado. I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, monounsaturated fat, incredibly good for you, very versatile. Use them alone. You can go naked and alone. You don't have to add anything to it. Put it in your shakes, put it in your salads, have it with your chicken. Very versatile and great for you.